Sri Chaitanya Manabhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadameham Dadati Sopadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavansa Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Savanam Srivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Savana Lalita Sri Visakhani Tansa He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrisabhano Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya Krupa Sindhubheva Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namo Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaur Bhakta Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Namo Vishnu Padaya, Vishnu Pristhaya Bhutale, Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namini. Namaste Saraswati Devi, Gauravani Pracharini, Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Pasyatya Desatarini. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Hare Krishna. So with this new year, whenever the new year begins or is about to come, there are so many aspirations in the heart that we want to change so many things. We want to change so many persons. But most important is that we change ourselves. And what is that one change that we should be aspiring to execute in our life? That we should take guidance from Kunti Devi. In her prayers to Lord Krishna, Kunti Devi, she wants Krishna to stay with the Pandavas in Hastinapur, in Indraprastha, and not to leave them. So in her set of prayers, so in conclusion, she summarizes everything with one verse, very beautiful verse. That is the verse that we should absorb our consciousness in, so that we can really spiritualize our intelligence and fill our heart with devotional aspirations. So I will recite that verse. I'll discuss it little. And then I will discuss in continuation with Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. Because on 29th of February, there is appearance day of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. We also pray to the lotus feet of Srila Bhakti Saraswati Thakur. So that time, we will have detailed discussion. I'll also prepare properly. I could not prepare. One reason for that is I cannot do justice to speak to glories of Srila Bhakti Saraswati Thakur without preparing. I don't want to commit that offense. So, mercifully, I pray that on the appearance day of Srila Bhakti Saraswati Thakur, that is 29th of February, one day before, on 29th and day after, 1st of March we are traveling. 1st of March we are traveling?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. So just before the travel will be the appearance day. Last year when we traveled, I remember that was 125th appearance day. Not 125th, 150th appearance day of Srila Bhakti Saraswati Thakur. So we went straight to his Samadhi Sthal in Mayapur the day we reached there. So this year also we will be reaching just one day ahead. We'll be reaching Mayapur on 2nd. So please remember, we will go to the Samadhi of Srila Bhakti Saraswati Thakur and seek his blessings. So on this 2024, our mind may be suggesting so many thoughts, desires, plans and aspiration. But one important aspiration that we should meditate is based on Kunti Devi's prayer. This is first canto, 8th chapter, and verse number 42. You can all see the screen. So Mother Kunti is saying, tvayi nanya-viṣayā matir madhu-pate sakṛt ratim udvahatād addhā gaṅgevaugham udanvati. So what a spiritual seeker should aspire, what Srimati Kunti Devi is here showing us the path. That tvayi nanya-viṣayā, that let the attention of my mind become focused towards you and not be deviated or distracted by anyone else. Tvayi ananya. This is what Krishna is desiring. What kind of bhakti Krishna is desiring in Bhagavad Gita? In Ananya Bhakti. Any verses you can remember where Krishna is desiring Ananya Bhakti?
అనన్యాశ్చింతయంతో మాం ఏ జనా పర్యుపాసతే
Very
తేషాం
good.
నిత్యాభియుక్తానాం యోగక్షేమం వహ.
Yeah, so Krishna is declaring boldly that one who exclusively worships me ananyāstintayanto mam ye jana paryupasate. Any other? Very good. That's from the confidential knowledge. There are a few more. Ananya cheta satatam yomam smarati nityasha tasyaham sulabha partha nityayuktasya yogina. So Krishna says that who is always constantly thinking about me, meditating about me. This is what Mother Kunti is aspiring. She is praying to Lord Krishna that let my attraction be constantly drawn unto you without being diverted to anyone else. Why? Because our mind is impure. It keeps us in a distracted state. So who can control the mind? The Supreme Lord Krishna, who is Rishikesh. So let us at least allow the Lord. How we can allow the Lord? By praying to Him, by requesting Him that kindly don't allow my mind to be diverted to anyone else and let my mind be attracted towards you. Why the mind is distracted? Because it finds more attraction elsewhere than being attracted to Krishna. So tvayi nanya-viṣayā matir. Matir is the attention. Matir madhu-pate sakṛt. And where there is attention, there is ratim. Ratim is attraction. So our attention and our attraction be invoked in Krishna. So in our practice, how it will work? That as we have our attention, as we put our attention in the process of sadhana bhakti, in our practice, gradually our mind and heart will show acceptance, to accept the process. It is not easy. How many of us can boldly say that I have wholeheartedly accepted the process? Why there is so much of struggle and why there is so much of variation or distraction? Because the attraction is not there. The acceptance is not there. So we should pray to Krishna that let my attention be directed towards you. And please help me not to become diverted or distracted. Let my mind not be distracted. And gradually, when the acceptance is there, to the extent there is acceptance, there will be attraction for Krishna. Or we will have genuine appreciation. We will have appreciation for the process of Krishna consciousness. To the extent we have appreciation for the process of Krishna consciousness, to that extent only we'll be able to apply. Why we fail in application? Because there is no genuine acceptance. And why there is no genuine acceptance? Because the attention is not focused in Krishna consciousness. So when the attention, with the attention there will be acceptance, and with the acceptance there will be attraction or appreciation for the process, and with the appreciation there will be this desire to apply. So she is saying that, O Lord of Madhu, as the Ganges forever flows to the sea without hindrance, let my attraction be constantly drawn unto you without being diverted to anyone else. This I strongly feel, should be the prayer of each and every aspiring practitioner. That we pray to the Lord that in this year 2024, please intervene. Please intervene and please try to take control of my situation. And let my mind be attracted towards you, and please stop it from being distracted. And let my practice remain as steady as the flow of the Ganges towards the sea. Hare Krishna. Prabhupada says it's a long purport, but I'll take only the first paragraph. Prabhupada says, perfection of pure devotional service is attained when all attention is diverted towards the transcendental loving service of the Lord. So this should be our single pointed focus and attention. How to have our attention towards Krishna? By remaining attentive in our devotional service. And how the service is to be performed, as Srila Prabhupada always emphasizes, loving, in a loving mood. Prabhupada says, to cut off the tie to all other affection does not mean complete negation of the finer elements, like affection for someone else. This is not possible. A living being, whoever he may be, must have this feeling of affection for others, because this is a symptom of life. The symptom of life, such as desire, anger, hankering, feelings of attraction, etc., cannot be annihilated. Only the objective has to be changed. This should be our prayer, to change the objective. Desire cannot be negated, but in devotional service, the desire is changed only for the service of the Lord in place of desire for sense gratification. The so-called affection for family, society, country, etc. consists of different phases of sense gratification. When this desire is changed for the satisfaction of the Lord, it is called devotional service. So Prabhupada is giving the standard also, that when can one begin sincerely the process of devotional service? When this desire is changed from sense gratification for satisfaction of the Lord. Prabhupada says it is called devotional service. In the Bhagavad Gita, we can see it was just to satisfy his own personal desires that Arjuna refused to fight with his brothers and relatives. But when he heard the message of Lord, Śrīmad-Bhāgavad Gita, he changed his decision and served the Lord. And for his doing so, he became a famous devotee of the Lord. For it is declared in all scriptures that Arjuna attained spiritual perfection by devotional service to the Lord in friendship. The fighting was there, the friendship was there. Arjuna was there and Krishna was there. But Arjuna became a different person by devotional service. So what changed? Arjuna's desires changed. Therefore, the prayers of Kunti also indicate the same categorical changes in activity. Srimati Kunti wanted to serve the Lord without diversion, and that was her prayer. This unalloyed devotion is the ultimate goal of life. Our attention is usually diverted to the service of something which is non-godly or not in the program of the Lord. When the program is changed into the service of the Lord, that is to say, when the senses are purified in relation with the service of the Lord, it is called pure, unalloyed devotional service. Srimati Kunti Devi wanted that perfection and prayed for it from the Lord. Hare Krishna. So I wanted to share this. The first day of 2024 is still not over. And let our mind catch the attention and the attraction to pray to Krishna to help us and develop genuine desire to serve Krishna. In this way, we can be able to overcome the obstacles, the anarthas which are there within our heart, which are troubling us for long. Hare Krishna. So we'll continue. Anyone wants to say anything for 2024 you want to share? Huh? Any inspiration? How you prayed or how you prepared your consciousness to begin 2024? What change you want to have in this year of 2024? As sincere seekers, we should pray. We should reveal our heart to Krishna. Today, most of you were not there in Radha Parsarthi temple. Normally, all of you are there. I was asking Ganesh, this year no one asked me that I want to come and stay. But the day should begin with prayer. Bolo? Or it is just a formality. One calendar year has changed. Yes, Dayashil bro.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. First of all, wish you Krishna conscious Happy New Year. And Prabhuji, just this year I was praying to Lord that maybe because I may become more of Krishna conscious than self-conscious, like more of giving benefit to others also, like not only for self. Keeping not only for me as a self, I mean center, but thinking beyond me, I mean to others also. So this was my prayer, and also I desire to read the whatever in classes, whatever we are studying, and whatever seva I have got, so I may do it properly. So I was praying for that, Prabhuji. So and to be steady, to be steady. So like that, I tried to pray for you. Hare Krishna.
Very good, wonderful. We should pray every day. Not only once, we should pray a couple of times. Because we forget. We are forgetful souls. So we should again and again pray. And if you can cultivate this habit of prayers, by prayers, we are exhibiting our dependence on Krishna. The biggest hurdle or the biggest obstacle in our progress is our independent thought process. We don't want to bring Krishna, or we don't want Krishna to decide for us. We decide what is good for us and we want Krishna to accept it. So how that change can come? When we pray. And as you said very beautifully, that we should try to be Krishna conscious than remaining self-conscious. So that self-absorption, the absorption in the self, if it can become less, then we can think of Krishna, or then we can think about Krishna and his devotees. And naturally, then only we can think about performing devotional services. So Prabhupada is giving the standard when one can begin devotional service, when his desire has changed from sense gratification to satisfaction of the Supreme Lord. So we should pray intensely to Krishna that let this be the year where this change can come. Please allow. Please allow my mind to be attracted towards you and not be distracted to anyone else, anything else of this world. See, this is not a simple prayer. This is one of the most exalted prayer. It is there in Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. Kunti Devi is praying. Ravindra Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. How you are preparing your heart for 2024?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Speak your heart. If you have prepared, if you have prayed, then speak. If you haven't, then speak what you did not.
तो प्रभु जी, अभी तो यही प्लानिंग आज ही दिन भर में यही कर रहा था कि जो मेरा ये प्रोग्राम होगा आगे में 5 तारीख को, तो उसमें कैसे होगा। और इस साल तो मैं जितना बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन का प्लानिंग किया था, ये पूरा मैंने नेक्स्ट ईयर से कैसे मैं 1 मंथ पूरा ये करूँगा, ताकि ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा कर पाऊँगा इस एरिया में। वही मैं प्रे कर रहा था। और यहाँ पे तो प्रीचिंग का कुछ कई लोगों को यहाँ पे पता ही नहीं है। और मैंने यही प्रे कर रहा था जगन्नाथ जी को कि हमें यही हेल्प करे कि मैं जितना से ज़्यादा लोगों से मिल सकूं और ये यहाँ पे भगवान के बारे में कुछ बता सकूं। यही प्रे कर रहा था मैं। और खास करके ये सब करने के लिए तो मेरे को प्योरिटी होना चाहिए पहला। तो उसके लिए मेरा ये प्रेयर था कि हम डेली कैसे एसोसिएशन में रह पाए और हम्म, आप जो भी बोल रहे हैं उसको एग्जीक्यूट कर सके। आज कोशिश तो कर रहे हैं लेकिन कर ही नहीं पा रहे हैं। इसलिए ये प्रेयर था कि हम जो भी कुछ कर रहे हैं वो कैसे मतलब कर सके जो भी हमें बोला जाता है। वही मेरा प्रेयर था प्रभात का। और आप
बहुत
जो
अच्छा।
बोल रहे हो उसको कर देंगे तो हमें आगे बढ़ पाएंगे, अदरवाइज कुछ हो ही नहीं पाएगा। खुद का तो कुछ है ही नहीं क्वालिफिकेशन।
Yes, but it is very important that we should pray. We should practice to pray. A very powerful way of getting empowered. A pure process of prayers. Hare Krishna. Manoram Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna.
So, in morning, Prabhuji, today actually I tried to visit Lord Gopinath temple is there nearby. So I went there, Prabhuji, and genuinely, actually, I want that my anarthas of my heart should go away, Prabhuji. So that I can follow the regulative principles very strictly and following the timetable also, maintaining the chanting time, giving quality chanting. So these things actually I feel I am not doing very seriously. So I pray Prabhuji so that I get the purification and I can progress, Prabhuji.
Keep praying. Keep expressing this in your heart, from your heart. Keep calling the Lord for help. A very powerful way of overcoming our anarthas. What is the power of anarthas in front of the power of the Supreme Lord? It can be blown away. But He will act when He sees that when we are really sincere and genuine. Otherwise, the karma will act. So we keep knocking His door. We keep requesting Him. We keep crying to Him. We don't cry. We don't call out by crying to Him. We should cry. We should genuinely cry that please help me. And please utilize me. Please use me in your devotional service. Anyone else would like to share? I'm not asking you by name, it is up to you. But it is very good way of overcoming the obstacle, our anarthas, our rebellious nature or instincts that we have for many, many lifetimes. And the stubbornness that you don't want to change. Ramya, you want to share?
प्रभु जी, मैंने तो ऐसे स्पेसिफिकली न्यू ईयर के लिए ऐसे कुछ प्रे नहीं किया था, पर यही मेरी प्रार्थना हर रोज रहती है कि मैं अपनी साधना कर सकूं, भगवान की सेवा कर सकूं। और प्रभु जी, टाइम आजकल बहुत ज्यादा मैकेनिकल हो गया है, जैसे कि भागते रहती हूँ, तो इतना ज्यादा सोचने के लिए टाइम ही नहीं मिलता। एक के बाद एक काम करना ही पड़ता है, जैसे कि ये सो रही है तो सारा सेवा करना ही पड़ता है। तो
करना ही पड़ता है।
उसी टाइम में ही करना पड़ता है, क्योंकि उसके बाद थोड़ा सा भी लेट हो जाए, ये जग जाती है तो मुझे बहुत डिफिकल्ट हो जाता है फिर मैनेज करना पड़ता है।
ये तपस्या है आपकी, आप माता हैं। इससे हमें पता चलता है कि एक माता की कितनी जिम्मेदारी है, वो कितना हमारे लिए सहती है।
और प्रभु जी, कभी कभी मैं बहुत जल्दी उठ के भी मंगल आरती लेट करती हूँ, क्योंकि बहुत डिस्टर्ब करती है, जैसे रोती है तो उसको अटेंड करना पड़ता है, तो बहुत डिफिकल्ट लग रहा है आजकल।
नहीं, आप जगन्नाथ जी से प्रे करें, वो आपको टेस्ट कर रही है। हम लोग के साथ इतनी देर थी कल, जरा भी नहीं रोई। आप देखा, वो आराम से खेल रहे थे। कितनी देर थी? तो 3-4 घंटे थी। आप टेम्पल हॉल में थी ना?
जी
तो was she crying?
नहीं।
She was happy. Pray, please pray. No, she is also nodding. Before this, we should not hear her voice, but now she is making her presence feel. Hare Krishna. Okay, we will discuss at least. Anyone else want to share? Bolo? Yes, Sonika, बोलिए।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। प्रभु जी, मैंने सबसे पहले तो आज प्रे किया कि मैं आज से बिना मतलब गैप किए साधना रिपोर्ट भेजूं, बिना एनी गैप के। और उसके बाद मैंने गुरु महाराज के हेल्थ के लिए मैंने प्रे किया कि वो स्वस्थ रहें और हम लोग के साथ रहें। और प्रभु जी, मैंने आपके लिए और विमला माता जी के लिए प्रे किया कि आप लोग को भी हेल्दी लाइफ रहे और हमेशा आप लोग का आश्रय हम लोग को हमें मिलता रहे।
We are grateful, very glorious that you selfless prayers. You prayed for Guru Maharaj, you prayed for Mataji, and you even prayed for me. So we will survive. I will survive on the strength of your prayers. Feel indebted. Yeah, if you have selfless prayers, Krishna very instantly reciprocates. If you pray for the benefit of others, Krishna definitely reciprocates. Krishna definitely reciprocates every prayer. But the prayers which are completely selfless and which is for the benefit of others, Krishna instantly reciprocates. That is why today I didn't feel tired at all. I had a very hectic day from morning, but there was no tiredness. Thank you. Thank you. And I will also pray that your prayers can come true, especially your aspiration and your desire that you should be steady in your practice. It's a glorious desire. So as we pray and as we desire, so we are opening our heart to Krishna. And Krishna is already there. In the heart, he is seated as Paramatma. But that connection is not there. So how do we connect? By prayers. Very powerful process of prayers. Hare Krishna. Yes, बोलिए दयाशील bro.
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी।
हरे कृष्णा.
प्रभु जी, हम किसी चीज के लिए बहुत प्रे करते हैं और ऐसा अक्सर मेरे साथ होता है कि मैं जो प्रे करती हूँ वो फुलफिल हो ही जाता है। तो प्रभु जी, उसके बाद जब वो मिल जाती है उसके बाद हम फिर भगवान को और प्रे करना थोड़ा बंद कर देते हैं, तो फिर दोबारा कैसे कंटिन्यू करें?
देखिए, जब हम भगवान को प्रे कर रहे हैं कि वो हमें हेल्प करें, हाँ, जिससे हम प्रोग्रेस नहीं कर पा रहे, और भगवान फिर हमें एनेबल कर रहे हैं, रेसिप्रोकेट कर रहे हैं, अपनी कृपा दे रहे हैं। मैंने सुना था हिज होलीनेस राधानाथ स्वामी महाराज से, वो कहते हैं देन आवर प्रेयर शुड बी टू थैंक द लॉर्ड, टू थैंक हिम। हम अगर आप किसी से कुछ मांगते हैं या कुछ चाहते हैं, वो आपको करके देता है, तो आप क्या बोलते हैं? आप बहुत मिनिमम वी थैंक यू, वी अप्रिशिएट, and our respect for him goes up. That we should do, and the bare minimum that we should do. We must thank the Lord. And even if the prayers does not come true, then still we should pray to give us the tolerance to be able to continue without any discouragement or depression. It's difficult, it is not easy, very difficult. And when the prayers are fulfilled, or if we receive positive response, then we must thank. Otherwise, we will be in the category of remaining ungrateful. We should feel grateful. Otherwise, one devotee was explaining, if we forget to remain grateful, then we remain only a fool. If we forget to remain grateful, then we remain only a fool. We make a fool of out of ourselves. Hare Krishna. Time is short, so I will at least continue on this occasion of 2024, new calendar year. So at least we will continue from our Bhagavatam study with this prayer that it can become to the level of Nityam Bhagavat Sevaya. If we can come to the platform of practicing it without intervals. So we are in the third chapter. Oh, I have to change. Two, three. 1, 3, 14. We have done till Rishabdev, till 13th. So we will continue from 14th. The various incarnations, the Supreme Personality of Godhead is appearing. So Sutta Goswami continues to explain, because this was the question which was asked. And what are the various adventures of the various incarnations that the Supreme Lord took? So Rishibhir Yachito Bheje Navamam Parthimam Vapu Dugdemam Aushadhir Vipras Tenayam Sa Ushattama. O Brahmanas, in the ninth incarnation, the Lord prayed for by the sages. See here again, the topic of prayer is coming. So the ninth incarnation, the Lord appeared because being satisfied by the prayers by the sages, accepted the body of King Prithu, who cultivated the land to yield various products. And for that reason, the earth was beautiful and attractive. So this is very, very extraordinary incarnation of the Lord, of King Prithu, who appeared from the body. One second. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So we will see this incarnation of Prithu is very, very extraordinary. He appeared from the slain body of his father, Vain, who was a very demoniac king. And this was done due to the prayers of these sages. And actually these sages, on the strength of their mantras, they slain or killed that demoniac king called Vain. And then they churned the body of that king, whom they cursed to die and who was dead. And from his body, Prithu Maharaj appeared. So Prabhupada, so this translation is saying the Brahmanas, in the ninth, the Lord prayed for by the sages, accepted the body of King Prithu. And what is so unique about Prithu Maharaj, that he cultivated the land to yield various products. Prithu Maharaj is known for which Shakti? He is a Shakti Avesh Avatar. For which Shakti? Each Shakti Avesh Avatar is known for a various empowerment, a particular empowerment. Okay, let us see the purport. Before the advent of King Prithu, there was a great havoc of maladministration due to the vicious life of the previous king, the father of Maharaj Prithu. The intelligent class of men, namely the sages and the Brahmanas, not only prayed for the Lord to come down, but also dethroned the previous king. It is the duty of the king to be pious and thus look after the all-around welfare of the citizens. Whenever there is some negligence on the part of the king in discharging his duty, the intelligent class of men must dethrone him. Very important. It is the duty of the king to remain in accordance with the intelligent class of the Brahmanas. He should act on the advice of the Brahmanas. And when he does not do so, Prabhupada is saying that it is the duty of the intelligent class of men must dethrone him. The intelligent class of men, however, do not occupy the real throne because they have much more important duties for the welfare of the public. The Brahmanas are much more important than the king. Instead of occupying the royal throne, they prayed for the incarnation of the Lord, and the Lord came as Maharaj Prithu. Real intelligent men or qualified Brahmanas never aspire for political post. Very important principle. Real intelligent men or qualified Brahmanas never aspire for political post. Political post you all know. Huh? Or any post with power, with fame, with glory, with name. Maharaj Prithu excavated many products from the earth, and thus not only did the citizens become happy to have such a good king, but the complete sight of the earth also became beautiful and attractive. So in the fourth canto of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, when we will come in fourth canto, there's a very detailed discussion of Maharaj Prithu. That day, I'm sorry, I made an error. I said fifth canto, but it is the fourth canto. The fourth canto stands for DDPP. Sonika had asked that question about Prachetas. So the fourth canto speaks about first the character of Daksha. So what mistakes did Daksha did? What he did? What was the biggest mistake? That he offended the great Vaishnava, Lord Shiva. What was the result? That he was beheaded. And a goat head was replaced on him. And the second D is Dhruva, the determination of Dhruva. And it talks about Prithu Maharaj. A long description is there about the glories of Prithu Maharaj. At least 6 chapters are there, 5 to 6 chapters are there. And then finally the Prachetas, about the Prachetas. So Prithu Maharaj's glory is well sung in Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, and how he attained perfection. And not only he attained perfection himself, he led all his citizens to go to the spiritual world. Next verse. Rupam sa jagare matsyam chakshushodhidhi samplave naviyaropi mahimayam apad vishvashvatam manum. Then there was complete inundation after the period of Chakshusha Manu, and the whole world was deep within water. The Lord accepted the form of a fish and protected by Vashvat Manu, keeping him up on a boat. So this is another very bewildering incarnation of Matsya avatar. It is many times very puzzling to know that the Lord can appear as fish, as tortoise, as seahorse. I agree. So many incarnations. And what all different forms the Lord accepts. According to Sripad Sridhar Swami, the original commentator of the Bhagavatam, there is not always a devastation after the change of everyone. And yet this inundation period, after the period of Chakshusha Manu, took place in order to show some wonders to Satyavrata. But Sri Jiva Goswami has given definite proofs from authoritative scriptures like the Vishnu Dharmottara, Markandeya Puran, Hari Vamsha, etc., that there is always a devastation after the end of each and every Manu. Srila Vishnu Chakravarti has also supported Srila Jiva Goswami, and he, Sri Chakravarti, has also quoted from the Bhagavatamrita about this inundation after each Manu. Apart from this, the Lord, in order to show special favor to Satyavrata, a devotee of the Lord in this particular period, incarnated himself. This is one incarnation of Matsya avatar. And he assumed this form to rescue, the Matsya avatar, to rescue all the Vedas, the Vedic version. I'll stop here. Now it is 9. I have some service. Thank you very much. And I also pray that our study of Shastra of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam continues this year uninterrupted. And all of you remain committed so that we can perform Nityam Bhagavad Sevya. At least in this year, if we can complete in 2024 the first canto. There are 19 chapters. So we are on the 3rd chapter. So at least we will be covering more than one chapter every month. If we steadily have our classes, then it will become possible. Thank you very much. Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki jai. Śrīla Prabhupada ki jai.